watching HSN. Merry Christmas, happy holidays. Thank you for spending some of this special day with us here. We're excited. Lots of wonderful things to come, including a big opportunity. How about a brand new 2020 Apple MacBook Air bundled in with some Apple AirPods, the second generation. We've got it, and it's our lowest price ever. It is our best buy of the day. Never before have we needed technology to work for us. If you have spent a year like we all have, just really relying on your computer, if your computer is slow, if it's a little older, if it's maybe full of bugs and viruses, it crashes on you, freezes on you, if you've been looking for something new, maybe Santa's bringing you some wonderful money that you can spend on something that you really, really want. Perhaps you want to upgrade to a brand new 2020 Apple MacBook Air, a laptop that can help you through learning from home, schooling from home, a laptop that can help you working from home. Maybe in the new year, it's going to be an online educational course, or you're setting up a home-based business. With the power of an Apple MacBook Air behind you, really, they say anything's possible. It's true. Well, we wanted to go the extra mile on this special day and bring you a big value that was irresistible. You choose Space Gray or the silver. By the way, this is the one with the Core i3 processor, 10th generation. It's the one with a beautiful 13.3-inch Retina display. Everything you need, including a backlit keyboard. Once you've chosen the color, we're gonna bundle this with an added extra. You will receive a pair of the second generation Apple AirPods, which of course everybody loves. #1 selling AirPods, I believe, in America today. Certainly here at HSN, we love them. They're so smart, they're so convenient. We're also going to include a charging stand. You're going to get the silicone neck wrap. You're also going to get the little case to go along with it with the carabiner clip. And it comes in your choice of blue, red, black, or rose gold. We send you some great software and services, including 6 months to the MacU University, which is great online video support. If you've ever got questions or you need guidance, it's a great resource for you. And of course, we're gonna do this on fabulous FlexPay and a wonderful value for our today's special. We're gonna jump in and show you the wonders that await and show you that anything really is possible with an Apple MacBook Air. Our Apple ambassador, our Apple expert is of course Mr. Bill Duggan. Bill, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. It's great to see you on our special day.
Always glad to be with you, Adam. And I really get excited when I get to share Apple with everybody because we know the quality. We know we've all maybe aspired to have Apple, but now HSN puts Apple in our hands. I mean, 'tis the perfect time of year to try Apple because you know what? HSN gives you a longer return policy than Apple. Also, we have time on our hands to move into it. The power now is in the air, but realize it's not just the air. We're also including a pair of AirPods. We don't do this. So this is what's really exciting about it. They're individually boxed. You can keep one, maybe because the AirPods are for someone else, or maybe they're for you. And this MacBook is gonna be for some student, some executive, someone who really has needed an upgrade because they have grainy, you know, FaceTime videos and Zoom calls, or, you know, they're just tired of their computer processor because it's slow and dragging. So this is a 2020 MacBook Air. And we like to say the power is in the air because look at this. Look at how thin this is. A lot of times when we think, though, when it's thin and portable like this, it's lacking power and performance. Well, if you know Apple, they don't. That's not how they play. Apple really makes sure that it performs top notch. So right there, do you notice how quickly it booted up? It's asking me to log in. I think we've all been there, where it's like, oh, what's my login? Do I remember it? Right. It has finger touch ID now. So boom, just like that, I can actually hold down to the sensor and it logs me in, confirms a purchase, confirms my identity. So little things like that have made this an advancement that we will all appreciate every day that we open our MacBook because we're gonna use it. Because right now, more than ever, this is my home office. This is my classroom. This is how I see my family because, you know, this used to be how I booked my flights to go home. Right. Well, that's not happening. So this is how I get to engage, and we want something that is reliable. Apple is definitely a reliable experience. So a quick tour. So it's the MacBook Air. You see how thin this is. Tapers down all the way down. And let's be real, in the electronics world, a lot of things are bricks, so it would probably stop right here. This would just be your battery and your processor. Apple's redesigned it, so every millimeter of this is going to give us power and performance. From the processor to the solid-state hard drive, you have your headphone jack right over here, spin it around, It weighs about under 3 pounds, which is great, and 2 USB-C ports. That's all you need. This is the technology that's coming out that everyone is going towards. So you're going to be ahead of the curve. That's how you charge and transfer and do everything, which is just great. So that's the outside. You open her up, and guess what? You see how quickly that pops up. That's for a few reasons. Solid state hard drive, so it's going to find our stuff faster. But as Adam said before, it has Intel on the inside, the Intel Core i3 processor, right. So it's going to be a faster user experience. This screen is just phenomenal. So you're going to have a faster processor on the inside, which is going to make getting your tasks done that much more efficient, and not just, you know, when you get it home, but for years to come. So you have the power when you need it, yet it knows when to run a little bit idle because you're just reading a web page or something like that. But when you need power and you want performance, because you are now becoming the movie editor and the right. music maker, and you are now making the church newsletter, you can do that with the performance that this offers. And it looks good too. So it's a 13-inch screen. It is a Retina screen. What is that? It's 1 million more pixels, actually, 1 million more pixels than a high-definition television, but this has 4 million pixels inside. So it's going to be sharp and crystal clear every time we turn it on. High-definition front-facing camera, which we'll show you in a bit, because that's really important, because that's how we see the doctors. That's how we go to our reunions. That's how I went to my friend's wedding in Indiana, because I couldn't get up there. We all were able to be connected. But also what's great about this is, you know, we talk about how this is the center and the hub of everything, but you know what happens? This becomes our TV watching experience, our movie watching experience, so we want a great screen. So listen to this audio. Big, huge, Dolby Atmos sound in the inside, but also speakers on both sides, so it really gives you a surround sound experience. Easy to control that volume, and as I can find those keys on the keyboard, it is a backlit illuminated keyboard. And I always like to point that out. That's standard in the Apple world, so that's really not news when you go Apple. But when I made the jump to Apple, and I got to tell you, I was leery. I'll be honest, because my whole life was PC. My whole life was Excel and Microsoft and blah, blah, blah. And so I was like, I can't make the jump. And I'll go into that a little bit later, but you can make the jump. Apple plays well with others, which is great. But as I was saying, the one thing I wanted a backlit keyboard. Right. And the thing is, huge game changer. It is so, this keyboard, it's not just one light, it's per key. So even that experience is a nice upgrade. But what I also appreciate, and I can't talk to enough, is that upper right-hand corner is your on and off button, but it's also your finger touch ID sensor. Yeah. So if you do have that nosy little sister, or you have that roommate or a spouse, it knows your identity and your login. And that's, again, Apple giving us so many great upgrades. You just got to get it home. And this is truly the perfect time to try it, because this is the time of year I tried it too, because I had time on my hands over the holidays. And I was starting my taxes, which I'll get into in a bit. I mean, no one likes to talk taxes over the holidays, but it made that process and that, you know, daunting task that much easier, and it's still performing for me. And I'm going on and on about the computer because we could just do that alone. Don't forget, you're getting a full set of AirPods 2nd generation, which has Beats audio, Apple technology, a gift in and of themselves. We don't do this often, and we just do it today. So enjoy it.
It's our lowest price ever. It's our most extraordinary bundle that we've ever been able to put together. Brand new, sealed in the box. These are not refurbished or secondhand. Absolutely a brand new Apple MacBook Air. And as Bill mentioned, a pair of 2nd generation Apple AirPods. And you know how much they typically go for. We're including them today, plus bonuses. So you're going to get the charging case, the silicone neck wrap, the skin set for the AirPods, the silicone protective sleeve, the charging stand. You get all of this in your choice of colors. We have blue. There is black, red, or that fabulous rose gold as well. All you need to do is choose which Apple MacBook Air you want. This is the space gray, which is that darker color, sleek and gorgeous, and then that lighter, brighter, classic silver is available as well. It's important to remember, Bill mentioned how slim it is, because it really is slim. It's also so lightweight. I mean, 2.8 pounds, there's nothing to it. What there is, though, is something that's well designed, substantial in its feel, precision engineered, extraordinarily crafted to give you that ultimate experience. The aesthetics, of course, look amazing, but the actual feel to the hand, to the touch, only the premium, most gorgeous quality materials have been used to make this. So there is an Apple experience, which for so many folks outweighs anything else with regards laptops. If you've always wanted one, today is your day to jump on and say, okay, it's a special day. I want it. I want to go for it. So again, silver, or we have that fabulous space gray available. One of the things that you'll hear me mention is how to order. And if you'd like to shop today, we're going to take our lowest price ever and spread it out over 5 months. Flex pay, easy pay, it's the best way to pay. So you can get this home for $280 plus tax. We send it out to you to any address in the continental United States, free shipping and handling as well. So please bear that in mind. Everything is really in line. The stars have aligned on this big day. If you happen to have an HSN credit card, you can do 18 months VIP financing. That brings the price down to $77 and change every month. And if you don't have an HSN credit card, you can certainly apply. And if you get approved, take $20 off that first single item purchase. So is it easy? Yes. Is it intuitive? No doubt. Is it a better experience? Well, for Apple users, undeniably, they say yes. I mean, you know, Bill, and you're a prime example. A lot of folks who try Apple, certainly curious about it, once they go Apple, they never go back.
It actually empowers them versus frustrates them. Right. I mean, we've all been there with technology. And Adam, I love how you're talking about this design. It's redesigned, giving us more power and performance. This was a MacBook. I know hosts at HSN that have this MacBook, and I'm not going to call her out, Helen Keeney, but she does. And the thing is, she's had this for years, and it still works. And that's really where Apple's an investment. But when you know you can have this computer going for 10 plus years because it still runs efficient, that's where it's worth it. So if you are giving this to the student, or you've been thinking about upgrading yourself, you are going to have quality. Because you were just talking about how it feels. Well, let me just tell you a few other things. It does feel good. Do you know this entire chassis is made of recycled aluminum? So, I mean, it's very green and very friendly, but really it comes down to performance. That's kind of, you know, the lipstick on the pig, but let's talk about how it performs. I love that finger touch ID. I love that it has Intel Core i3 processing on the inside, so I can really move through a lot of tasks. We also are offering more storage than we've ever offered before, 256 gigabytes versus I have 128 gigabytes in my MacBook Air that's 4 or 5 years old, but it's still working for me. So you're getting more memory, you're getting a better processor, and you're just getting features that we can all really benefit from all the time. So with that 256 capacity, I mean, look at how much you're gonna be able to store. But more importantly, with the solid state drive, there's less moving parts. It's less likely to crash. It's gonna not overheat or have a fan running. I mean, 60,000 songs, that's a lifetime right there, built into your one hard drive, because we've doubled what we've normally been able to offer in a MacBook Air. 120 gigabytes is where we stopped. No, we've made it better. Apple's made it better, if I'm being honest. And I want you to realize, even though you're purchasing this at at HSN, I can still walk into the Apple store with this. They don't care that you got it here or that you're 2 flex payments in. They want you to be a happy user. And what's also cool about shopping at HSN, under all my props, is I want to remind everyone, you're getting a great voucher included. A bunch of great extras. Everything from accounting, which we can all appreciate tax season, from curated apps, but more importantly, 6 months to the Mac U, which is online video support and tutorials, so you can really become a more proficient user. But I will be honest with you, that will come in handy. But you know what really makes you a better user? When you get it in your hands and you start playing around and you're like, oh, I didn't know I could do that. Oh, I just made a movie. Oh, I can sign my name on this larger trackpad. I mean, there are so many things that this can do. And how often have we been there? We buy a smartphone and, I just wanted to make phone calls, but supposedly it does a lot. This does a lot, but it's so accessible for us. I mean, just right here, it's asking me to log in. I can't remember what's capitalized. Is there a number? Boom. Just like that, it logs me in and I'm up and running. I'm getting that bill off my to-do list. Truly, today I'm sitting on the couch in front of the TV. This was sitting on my lap. I was getting work done. I'm not relegated to the home office or downstairs or upstairs, wherever. So this does go with us, which is just great and easy. And I don't know if you heard it, but earlier when Adam was talking, I was playing a little bit of music. Let me come back over here. Actually, let me show you this real quick. Does this look familiar to everybody? Does that look like your tablet or your smartphone? Sure. A lot of us made the Apple jump to the phone or then maybe to the tablet, but we never did the computer. So Apple's given us this operating option so I can set it up like this so it's really familiar to us so I can find my icons and find my way around. But I can also set it up like a desktop, which is great. But you were talking, Adam, and I started to play some music because, it's movie night and I wanted to watch my movie. Hear that audio. Awesome. Great sound. Because this is my TV. This is my stereo system, my record player. I'm also getting a pair of AirPods. Awesome. So pop these out. They're going to connect. And before you know it, that audio that's bothering mom, dad, the roommate, I'm going to have a great connection. But more importantly, I'm going to be able to hear things that much better. And because I'm going to be able to hear it better, what you're going to realize is at the end of the day, I'm engaged in the classroom. I'm engaged in that talk back with the teacher or the office. And I want everyone to realize these do not just work with a MacBook. These don't just work with Apple products. These will work with any Bluetooth-enabled device. So if you are giving someone a pair of AirPods, or this is a New Year's resolution or something, you don't have to worry about what device they own. You don't have to worry about, this is a second generation, so it's one of the newer aspects in terms of AirPods that are out there. It has a better battery life, 4 to 5 hours of playback. I pop them back in the case. The case is going to give me an additional 20 hours of playback. And then HSN even went one further. You're getting an accessory kit. And this is important because AirPods only come in white. If you get it at Apple, they only come in white. So if you have a few in the family, we diversify it. You get a charging stand. You run your lightning cable through it. You pop it right in here. This stand can also hold your tablet or your phone, which is awesome. A carabiner and case. So you have that red set of AirPods, a lanyard, skins, so much. And this is just an awesome gift to give. This is actually what I'm using right now. This is what I use every day when I talk to the network and talk to all of you. So that's the quality of the phone calls. That's the quality of the Skype and Zoom calls and that connection. You want to have good audio. It's one thing to have a pretty picture, which you're definitely going to get. But when you can't hear and you're straining to hear or someone's breaking up, this is a nice upgrade. And let's be real, Apple is top notch. But what has amazed me, we sell more AirPods alone at HSN than any other brand. Yep. And I've shared other brands, lower price points, different features. We sell more AirPods because HSN makes it affordable. And that's where this is truly a true statement. AirPods are affordable. The MacBook Air 2020, it's affordable because it's here at HSN. We know what Apple delivers, but if you've been skeptical, this is the time to try it. And I don't know if we have time to go into why I upgraded, but I was literally trying to work on my taxes and little things. I was just, changing the date from December to November, and it would buffer and spin. I'm like, this isn't rocket science. It shouldn't be that difficult, right? So I upgraded the program before I upgraded the computer. So I spent $70, got the latest, in the accounting software. It was still slow. So right now, because HSN gives you 30 days or gives you to the end of January to try this out, Apple just gives you 14 days. I tried it, and you know what? It was faster and easier, and I realized it wasn't the program. It was the computer. And today I was working on my taxes again on the same computer that I've had for 4 to 5 years, and it's still fluid and fast. And that's where this is an investment. And speaking of why it's still good, I want to realize there's a dedicated chip inside this MacBook Air that is just for security. So you're going to get less viruses and malware, which is something we can all relate to, but also the Apple ecosystem, all the apps that we want to download, they're going to be more secure. So I'm less likely to get all that stuff running in the background. And I want everyone to also realize in the Apple App Store, yes, you have stuff for the kids, you have stuff for education and for work. You also do have PC programs, Microsoft and Word and all of that. So if you're worried because, the Office is all PC based, this isn't going to work for me. Get it home now and try it. And if it doesn't work for you, you can send it back. But I'll tell you, they now do play well with others. And that's a huge game changer in terms of the power you can put in the palm of your hands and enjoy it. Enjoy getting your work done. And then you know what? Put it out of the way when you're done with work and it's not taking up your entire, countertop or your desk or your nightstand, where I do a lot of work too. But that's where it's great about it being the MacBook Air.
There's so much to be excited about, and make today the day that you say, okay, I'm going to treat myself. I'm going to spoil myself. Maybe Santa didn't bring me, or doesn't bring me an Apple MacBook Air, but I can get myself an Apple MacBook Air. $1,399.99, $200 off. As Bill mentioned, we are including a pair of Apple AirPods, so we are really excited about that as well. Brand new, sealed in the box. These are not refurbished. These are the real deal. Nobody's used them before, folks. So you're going to get the separate box. These are included in your package. Lowest price we've ever had. Now, You're ordering today, you're going to make a couple decisions. One is whether you'd like the space gray, okay, there's a space gray, or would you like the silver? Both are fabulous. The space gray is darker, the silver is lighter. And then you're going to choose what color of accessories you'd like. So with the Apple AirPods, we wanted to bundle in some useful accessories like a charging dock, like a special skin to protect them, like also your silicone neck wrap so you can keep them on you your whole time. This is the blue. Down front, we have our black, red, or the most popular choice, which is the rose gold. We're busy, but we always are when it's an Apple MacBook Air. The problem is we don't do them anywhere near enough. They are saved truly for special occasions, and today is a special occasion. It might be your daughter that's going to college this next year, or maybe your son who's learning from home and continues to do so in the new year, and you want to give him just a brand new laptop that you know can grow with him. You know, one of the points Bill made early on in this presentation is that Apple products are not, for want of a better term, disposable. It's not something that you're always changing every year. This is a laptop that's been designed with the latest technologies to really carry you forward over several years. We mentioned the Retina display, which delivers extraordinary visuals, the amazing sound that is built in, the backlit keyboard, the finger touch ID, no more security problems or password issues. I'm always forgetting my passwords and resetting them again and again and again. It just drives me nuts. So all of those problems are solved with this brand new Apple MacBook Air. Now, portability is there as well. Remembering at 2.8 pounds, you can go anywhere with this. It's easy, it's pleasurable to take it with you because it weighs virtually nothing. Again, to the touch, it feels like a premium product because it is exactly that. Bill, you made mention of the solid state drive, and I want to kind of pick you up on that because we're seeing more and more laptops, PC, obviously, and Mac, turning towards solid-state drives as a way forward. Solid-state drive, from my understanding, gives you easier access and quicker access to anything you want to kind of search for, right? Is that correct? Correct.
And you're right. A lot of computer companies are going more to a solid-state hard drive, but guess who did it first? Right. I'm just saying. We did it first at Apple, which is great. And I'll show you a great example. So, geez, look what I got for the holidays. Yay! And the thing is, I just took a picture on my phone. Great, we all can do that. But it's going to already be backed up to my Apple MacBook Air because of that solid state hard drive, the way the whole Apple ecosystem works. I'll get into that in a bit. But let's go back to your question about that solid state hard drive. So yes, it is, so, like it sounds, a solid state. So there's no moving parts. So why is that important? Because, you know, just more moving parts, more stuff could happen, right? Well, that doesn't happen with a solid state hard drive. And when we've normally offered that solid state hard drive in a MacBook Air, it was limited to 128 gigabytes. Now we're going up to 256. So we've doubled it, which is great. But we've all been there. We have the laptop sitting on our lap. It starts to hum and buzz. Those are moving parts, so you don't have that. And then also it gets hot. Don't have that. So it's just, it is more efficient. And it is more efficient, as you were talking about, in terms of finding stuff. Right. We've all been there where it's like, where's my Christmas list? I haven't seen it since last Christmas. You can talk to Siri. She'll find it faster. And what's cool about the way they design this, yes, it has the more memory. It has a solid state experience, but it is more fluid. And it's smart in terms of the organization. It knows my Christmas list that I haven't pulled up since last November isn't needed, so it puts it in the back. But the stuff that I use more often makes it more accessible. So that's the way the hard drive works. But let's talk about the screen and the pretty pictures, because that's really what we're going to use this for, because it's not just about the pretty pictures and the streaming, which, by the way, you get so many great options. You can get Netflix on here. You can use your YouTube and all that. You're going to want your AirPods because that all makes noise. And remember, those AirPods only come in white at Apple, but we give you the accessory bundle to make it really stand out. And these AirPods don't just work with Apple products. They're going to work with any Bluetooth-enabled device. So if you are thinking of breaking up the set, or you know the husband still has an Android or a PC, they will like and appreciate because it connects to anyone. It'll connect a little differently, but you still walk away with great technology and, more importantly, great audio. So the screen quality, let's go into that a little bit, because whether we are watching movies or whether we're working, that screen needs to be crystal clear. So you get a Retina screen. That means this has 1 million more pixels than that big high definition television. 4 million pixels to make things crisper and sharper and more colorful and vibrant. And that's great. But let's be real, when I'm at the office all day, I don't get to look at pretty pictures like this with landscapes. I wish I was there, but I'm buried in spreadsheets and invoices and that kind of stuff. Even that kind of stuff, that's a technical term, it is more sharp and crisper and easier on the eyes, which we can all appreciate. I actually like to say it's almost like built-in readers. Right. Oh, perfect. This is a great example of the text being sharper and more enjoyable. And so, I mean, I'm talking about computing, making it enjoyable, but this is an upgrade, and this is how everything is just more refined. And speaking of upgrades and more enjoyable, you know how many hours we are sitting at the computer right now? My poor niece, who's only in 7th grade, all day in front of a computer because this is her classroom, and then she's doing her homework. We also have these great shields if you want to pick up something like this, which, by the way, great company. They also have stuff for HP and other computers. Go to hsn.com. But this protective shield, it's a screen protector, which we appreciate. It's a privacy shield, so mom can't overlook my shoulder or someone on an airplane or my sister or niece or whoever. But more importantly, this reduces the blue light, which we've all heard about recently, right? How important and how tiring and exhausting that blue light of computer screens can be. Just by adding this, and I haven't attached mine yet because I wanted you to see it, it reduces that glare and that exhaustion and that fatigue. These shields were designed by optometrists. They're made in the USA. It's a really great company. Great little add-on if you want to pick it up. But more importantly, we are going to be using these a lot. That's why that screen protector and blue light reduction film that you put over it is just great. But really, it comes down to how we use it. We all use it differently, but because it becomes, and you mentioned this at the top, Adam, it's a reliable experience. Yeah. We've all gone out and bought stuff, and we enjoy them, but it's like, I don't want to go there. It's going to take forever to upload, or it's too complicated, or I just use it at the holidays. I use my computer every day. And the thing is, I'm using it so different in 2020 than I did when I first bought it, but it's kept up. I actually got an update today, so the latest operating system. And more importantly, I want to be able to use this camera. And before it was, fun. I could do filters and all that stuff. Now this is how I need to connect and see family and friends. And you can all set it up differently. Like I'll come over here to my main screen and I have Siri built in where I can just talk to her. So I can be like, hey, Siri, FaceTime Adam.
Did you mean Adam work?
Yes. So without even really having to press a button, I was turning up the audio. I can actually talk to Siri to find my Christmas list, play Christmas music, do whatever, or more importantly, place that. Oh, she's still hearing me. Sorry, Siri, I kept talking over you. So she's still engaging. But what's great?
A FaceTime call to Adam.
Thank you. And the thing is, I've turned down the music back over here. Boom. But the thing is, we're placing that FaceTime call, and that. Did you see how quick that happened? Happy holidays, my friend. How are you?
Season's greeting, Mr. Duggan. I am so good, and you look so clear. Well, I say you look so clear. I'm looking at a picture of your fridge right now.
I was going to say, I tried to clean up the kitchen. Sorry, mate. But this is how we get to connect over the holidays. Your family's overseas, mine's across the country. We can't necessarily be together. And that's just this picture in time. But let's be real. This is how I think we're going to still be broadcasting in 2021. This is how we're going to be seeing the doctor. Because, it's easier. Some of this past year was not fun. Some of the advances were kind of convenient and nice, and this is a great device to go into 2021 with the right tools and the right hardware. And what really sets us apart is HSN makes it affordable. I mean, right, Adam?
We're proud to do this because it's the HSN advantage. The reality is when you order this today, brand new, sealed in the box, an Apple MacBook Air, a 2020 version with all the bells and whistles and a pair of Apple AirPods, 2nd generation, they're included, and great extras like the silicone sleeve, the docking stand, the carabiner, the skin, the lanyard. You get so many extras with it, but we've got FlexPay. And FlexPay is the ultimate way to pay because we hold the balance. There's every advantage for everybody to take use of, but the onus, as it were, is on HSN. It's something we innovated 45 years ago, so here's how it works. We take our lowest price ever, $1399.99, $200 off as our today's special opportunity. We take $200 off, and then we spread the cost over 5 months. So if you say, okay, I want this, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it for me, I'm gonna get it for a family member, a loved one. We will send it to you for $280 plus tax. So when you divide that price into 5, you get $280, right? That plus tax is all you need to spend today, and we will send this right out to you. Now, next month, another $280 will come off your credit or debit card automatically, but there's no fee, there's no finance, there's no penalty, there's no extra charge for taking advantage of the FlexPay. So it's a great way to shop. Bill mentioned going into the Apple Store. The difference between shopping here and the Apple Store is that we've got FlexPay and we've got a fabulous return policy. Typically, Apple offers 14 days to decide. We're offering till the end of January of 2021 to make your mind up. And we want you to break open the seal, open up your Apple MacBook Air, turn it on, and just go for a little, a test drive. See what you think. Try it. If you don't love it, you send it back, of course, and you get your money back. But you should try it. If you want something easy and powerful, something that delivers what we need for today, and we just did the FaceTime call. We've lived for Skype calls, Zoom calls, FaceTime calls, whether it's work or school or friends and family members. This puts it really at your fingertips with a system that has a solid state drive, which is instantaneous. Every single thing that it does, it's lightning fast. Part 2, of course, of that amazing 10th generation Core i3 processor that's built on the inside. So you really have that latest technology that is there to power you through the next several years. Okay, we're already halfway through our presentation. We're thrilled so many folks are jumping on in and saying, okay, I'm gonna do it. It's a special day. I'm gonna treat myself. It's the holidays. We'll send it to you with free shipping and handling, of course, so take advantage while it's there. Bill, we're using our laptops for a lot of things. We talk about streaming movies. We talk about sending emails or on social media, but also for playing games. Talk to me about the graphics and what kind of experience I can expect with an Apple MacBook Air.
Well, that's just it. You were talking about all those different things, social media, but that's graphics. And that's the processing power that we have. Because yes, we know Apple, which is great, but when we can say Intel is on the inside, so graphics are in so many different, even web pages. We jump on different web pages and they have that nice, fun animated banner. That's graphics. And we don't want lag time. We want something that can work efficient. And what you're going to notice is that graphics processor and then that computing processor, they're one. So they really talk to each other. Instead of both running in the background, they know, oh, this is a game. Oh, this is a concert and a movie. Let's kick it up a notch because we don't want to dumb it down for everyone at home. We want to make sure it's a smooth experience. Yes, we do gaming on here. Actually, I love giving that example because, Adam, I don't know if you were like this when I went to college. I needed a TV. Yes. I needed my stereo. I needed a typewriter. I needed all of that. This computer is the entertainment center, the stereo, the television, the typewriter. I mean, it has the power to give us all of that with ease of use. And what you're noticing here is, why drive a one-lane highway when you could have two? So you really are going to be able to move through stuff more efficiently. And this is the processor, which we can't really show you on the inside, but you see the performance every time you turn it on, whether you're multitasking because you're FaceTiming and you're making a movie. And that's where it's a benefit to the user. And the user could be, everyone from the big techie out there to the at-home users or to the students because of the reliability and that power that's on the inside. There's a reason why the big tech people use Apple. And there's a reason why students and teachers want it, is because it is user-friendly. So just to remind you, it's a 2020 MacBook Air. It's that nice iconic wedge design. You have your headphone jack over here. We're also including at HSN a set of AirPods, 2nd generation, but they've redesigned it to be so efficient, doubling the memory, but still giving us great specs. 2 USB-C ports. So this is how we power it up. This is how we transfer and everything. And I got to tell you, I just, noticed one of the new Track Phone Today specials we had. It had a USB-C port. USB-C is the way everything is going. You open it up and you're going to notice it opens up and starts up nice and fast and efficient. And, sometimes I might have to use my username and password, because especially if I haven't been using it for a while. But more often than not, it's going to ask for your finger touch ID in that upper corner. It's your power button, and boom. And the thing is, that finger touch is great for a variety of reasons. Yes, easy to log in. Confirm a purchase with HSN. You don't remember your HSN login? Finger touch ID, which is great. The security is important. That finger touch ID is part of it. But remember, Apple's even given us a dedicated T2 chip on the inside to help with security in general, which is important because that's really where things are going. But Apple has rectified that solution. So that's kind of the stuff that's on the inside. This outer chassis, in terms of, we have color choice options, silver or a space gray, which is that nice darker one. 100% recycled aluminum, which is great. So it's more environmentally friendly, which is awesome. We showed you that front-facing camera, high definition. So if you've been Zooming and FaceTiming and Skyping and all that, and you're the grainy one in the corner, you're going to have a better experience. Better audio experience, because there's not just a speaker in your lap, but one on either side of the keyboard. So it's going to be up and right in your face, which is awesome. And even with better audio, another reason why AirPods being included is exciting. And remember, these are individually boxed. This is the second generation of AirPods. So if you want to keep these for yourself and the computers for a student or vice versa, or keep that set together, the AirPods don't just work with Apple, by the way. They work with any Bluetooth-enabled device. And that's really where we've done this bundle once before. It was actually last holiday season, and it was not all this new technology and specs. So that's what really gets me excited about it. And you see those Apple boxes, and Adam said it before, brand new, not refurbished. I can take all of this into Apple after the holidays and be like, I have a question. I don't quite get something. How can I make my phone and everything sync up? Apple wants you to be a happy user, whether it's you or your student, and they will still help you out. HSN is including a great voucher of some good stuff. So everything from accounting softwares to a cookbook to curated apps for your MacBook, but probably the most valuable one for a lot of us, because even though I'm an Apple user every day, I still have questions, but it has the MacU for 6 months. Online videos and tutorials, which really just help you set you up for success. But what's great about that is the more you use it, the more comfortable you get with it. And also, Adam, you'd mentioned the return policy.
Right.
Right now, you have more time to make sure this works for you. Because there's nothing worse when you make an investment, or you worry if they're going to like it or if it works for them, and you have 14 days, go. It's like, oh my God, I have to take down the Christmas decorations. I don't have time to, move into a new computer. Right. This HSN gives you more time to really make sure it does work for you. Because, I'll jump over here and just check out my emails. And, okay, where's my email tab? Boom. Very icon friendly, very easy for you to find your way around. The office sent me an Excel document. That's PC talk. That's Microsoft, right? But I've gone Apple. And I did not go Apple for years because my whole company and everything, my whole life, we could say, was PC based. And I did not make the jump, and I was worried. And that's why HSN kind of takes that window of worry away, because it gives you more time. I'm able to open up this Microsoft Excel spreadsheet, which is great. I could download Excel. I can pinch and zoom. Look at that clarity. Remember, we're talking about that retina screen. I almost don't need my readers because it's so crystal clear. But that just allows me to work in both worlds, Apple and PC. But it gives me the performance, the ease of use, that reliability that Apple is known for. That Apple makes sure that you have more longevity with this computer. You're not buying a new one every 3 or 4 years. It really does grow with you. And that's because of the Apple ecosystem, which we haven't talked about much. But when you jump into the Apple App Store, and you're going to download different stuff, like I download the Excel stuff, or maybe it's iMovie or maybe iTunes. All the stuff in the Apple Store, it's specifically designed to Apple, so it's very user-friendly for beginners and expert users. But more importantly, it's more stringent on security. So you're not going to get the viruses and the malware and the cookies and everything that slows it down. Because have you ever opened up a computer 3 years down the road and it takes forever, and all of a sudden it's logged into this, it's logged into that, and it's like, I haven't used that document in forever. That doesn't happen with Apple. It keeps it fluid, fast, and efficient. And that's really where it is so worth the investment. I get it's an investment. It's a top tier brand, but when it performs like we want it to and need it to on a daily basis, that's where it's worth it.
And by the way, an industry-leading 11-hour battery life. I mean, this thing just keeps on going and going and going. Mm-hmm. It's your new do-everything station, right? It's for work, it's for play, it's for streaming, it's for connecting, it's for FaceTiming and Zooming and Skyping. It's your everything. You will use this all around the house. You will take this with you. You will perhaps travel with this, take it to the coffee shop, to university, to college. You'll run a home-based business from this. You'll learn and school and certainly enjoy this. Well, I know our time is coming to a close with our big today's special. As we start to look to kind of wrap it on up, we'd love for you to jump on in and order yours. You can call us on the toll-free number, or of course, you can certainly, best way to shop is on hsn.com. If you go to hsn.com, it's the easiest way to beat the rush and to get to the front of the line. Everybody that orders gets a brand new sealed in the box Apple MacBook Air, okay? Everybody that orders right now also gets a pair of Apple AirPods, second generation. They work, of course, with this, but they'll also work with anything that is connected to Bluetooth. So if anything you've got, and it could be phones, it could be PCs, it doesn't have to just be Apple products. Anything that is Bluetooth capable, these will connect to. And they are a wonderful experience. I'm gonna ask Bill a bit more about that in a moment. All you need to do is choose which one you want. Bill mentioned we have Space Gray, which is that darker color. Okay, there's your space gray. And we have the lighter silver, one of the classic colors. Both are gorgeous. There's no wrong answer here, or wrong choice, as it were. They're both beautiful. With the Apple AirPods, you even get some accessories that we wanted to put together so you had something special. You're gonna get the charging dock, a nice place where your AirPods can live. You're gonna get the special skin with the carabiner clip. You're gonna get the lanyard as well, so you don't ever lose them. This is the dark blue. We have black available. I also have red available, and the most popular choice always tends to be that rose gold, which is right there. So the rose gold, extremely popular. We could certainly talk about the Retina display, the Core i3 processor, the solid state drive, which Bill did a great job of explaining. It's faster access, it's lightning fast access to anything that you want to do or anything you want to achieve. The wonderful FaceTime camera that's built in, the Touch ID, which is using your fingerprint to gain access. So secure for sure, but easier access rather than always having to remember passwords. Bill, I just want to pick you up for a second on the Apple AirPods, because you know, we're all fed up and tired of earbuds, which are wires and cables and the rat's nest, and trying to detangle them, it takes forever. A lot of the wireless earbuds that we've seen seem to be so in vogue right now, but none more so than Apple AirPods. What makes the AirPods different and special? Why do people love this particular brand of wireless earbud?
Sure, and I think we've all heard it. Imitation is flattery, right? Everyone is trying to do this design and mimic it. Maybe I should show you this one without the ball. But the thing is, it sits here securely and comfortably, because I'm on a Zoom call, classroom call, 8 hours a day. And then I'm, you know, sitting on the couch, and we want something that is a comfortable, lightweight, and universal fit. It really does fit in a lot of our ears, so great time to try it. The biggest difference, if you ask me, is because we've now seen, you know, the case charges and all that stuff. It's that audio quality. Apple, you know, big company, they went out and bought an audio company a few years ago. Beats Audio. Remember Beats Audio? You know, the iconic bee. I think I have a Beats Christmas ornament. They're that iconic. But the crazy thing is, you get these in and you pair it and you're blown away. You're turning down the volume because the teacher's too loud or the boss is yelling, because it does give you a nice big booming sound. And it's enjoyable. It's easy to pair. One of my favorites, Eddie on the crew, he got his dad a pair of these, or his dad got a pair for the holidays one year, and his dad loved them because it was a simple piece of technology. And Adam, you had said it before. It's, you log into your computer, and if it, you know, Apple makes it easy. Technology can be frustrating. We've all been there. We're like, oh, why did I buy this? When does this do? Wasn't worth it. And that's really where Apple is successful, because it doesn't frustrate us. It empowers us at the end of the day. Real quick, I just wanted you to see side by side. This is that silver and this is that space gray, kind of a gunmetal gray. It's a nice darker finish. I really like this one, to be honest with you, because a lot of people do have the silver out there. So if you are thinking of a student, this will definitely stand out compared to some of the other ones, which is great.
Bill, just to jump in for a sec, could you show everybody the older model of a MacBook? Because it's really fascinating to see how much slimmer, thinner, and lighter this one is.
The Helen Keeney, and then and then this is our MacBook Air. But the thing is, we like to show this because this, you know, technology evolves, and this is what you're getting, a 2020 MacBook Air. You're not getting this thicker one. We kind of say this is the minivan, this is the sports car, and the thing is, this still does perform for a lot of people out there. And so we haven't upgraded, but maybe now is the time to upgrade, because you've gotten 10 years, 8 years of use out of this. And a lot of us have often thought, oh, when I go smaller, I'm going to be lacking. Well, I got to tell you, this one is even better than the MacBook Air that I use every day. It has a better processor, Intel Core i3. Mine does not have this finger touch ID, and that alone is one reason why I might even upgrade. This has double the memory, 256 gigabytes instead of 128. And you know what? Sometimes people are worried about memory. Apple has a great, very user-friendly interaccess with their cloud service. So again, we'll go back to that Christmas list experience. You haven't used it in 11 months. It goes to the cloud automatically. And then, but you can still find it. Because that's where I think a lot of times we get nervous. Like, I don't want them taking my stuff. I want to be able to find it and access it. They make sure it is very simple and seamless because of the way they manage our storage in terms of, you know, stuff that we haven't used in months isn't going to be sitting right there and bogging it down, but it's going to be more prioritized to what we need on a daily basis. And that's where you're going to find yourself set up for success, daily basis. Because I came over here and was watching a movie, and yes, I was checking my work email, but then I remember I get my text messages on here even. So that's a nice easy interface, because normally I'd be sitting at the computer, but my phone had to be right next to me because I didn't want to miss a phone call or a text. I can get my text and my phone calls over here, and that's really where you just enjoy that experience. I'm going to come over here because I don't remember that photo I took, Adam, on my phone, which I don't even know where my phone is right now. So how can I share it? How can I post it? It is already uploaded and backed up to my computer. Wow. Instant, seamless. Maybe I shouldn't say instant, but pretty instant. But the thing is, they communicate well to each other in that Apple world. And, you know, Suzanne Runyon, she's a host at HSN. She has an Android phone. She's been able to set this up so it communicates in that fashion too. I don't know how that exactly all works, but you know who does? The Mac U, which is included, 6 months to the Mac U. Or you can call or go into Apple and ask them, how can I make it work with my Android phone? They really want to make sure it's successful. But then when you get this home and you're just swiping through and you see how fluid this is and user-friendly, like, oh, this is very nice. Pinch and zoom, all that quality, because you have a larger trackpad, which is all built in right here. This is one thing that I did not realize my MacBook could do this. I did a little poking around and figured it out. And this is where you set yourself up for success. Someone sends me a document right over here. It's a permission slip to go to the North Pole. Okay. So I come over here, find my cursor, double tap, open with preview, and I can actually, what can I do? I can come right over here and I could use this trackpad to sign my name. So I don't even have to print it out, hope the printer has ink, fill it out, scan it back in, do all the work on here. And the thing is, it was funny. My sister actually was sending me something yesterday, and she's like, oh, and we'll do it that online signing thing. Do you have a membership? I was like, oh, it's the holidays. I don't want to. And you know what? She just emailed it to me. I signed it right on here, and we were done. And that's where, you know, when it takes all day to sign a document, it shouldn't take all day to sign a document. And Apple even agrees with it. That's why the right tool in your hand, the student's hand, the professional's hand, that signing of a document, it's done. And guess what I'm back to doing? I'm back to working from home, which means folding the laundry, preparing dinner, getting other stuff done, because that's the convenience. As soon as the work stuff's done, then we can move on with our lives. But when we need the power and the performance to get work stuff done in a reliable manner, guess who we're going to go to? We're going to go to Apple. Sure. And a cool part about it is if you thought about getting a computer for other people in the family and you have one Apple device, great time to upgrade so you all are kind of speaking the same language. Right there, you're looking at the AirPods, and those skins are because HSN's including them. Apple only gives you AirPods in one color. We're giving you a color option, which is great. And that screen quality is what you're noticing in the movie right there. Retina screen, 1 million more pixels than high definition TV. It just looks great no matter what we're using our computer for. And think of that. Sure, I watch TV on here. I, watch HSN on here. I shop on here. I work on here. So even the text and everything is going to be crisper and sharper. And that just makes it for a more enjoyable user experience. But it's also not frustrating technology. I can easily hop around and jump around and sign documents and get stuff done because Apple just makes it fluid and kind of fun. Because there's one thing to use this for work, but then it's like, okay, now it's the holidays. What else can I do? Right. Try making a movie. Try recording your own vocals if you'd like. Write a book on here. You have dictation on here so you can speak to it. You can speak to Siri. You're going to be amazed by the caliber. Actually, you might not be amazed because let's be real. You probably know Apple's pretty amazing. It just hasn't been that affordable or you didn't have the time to try it. This is really the time to try it. Longer return policy. HSN really puts it in your hands. And this is a 2020, which is okay, the year's almost over, but it's a 2020 MacBook Air, which is great. And we're including second generation AirPods.
There's always so much hype around Apple products. There's always so much excitement around Apple products and buzz. And the reality is it really does live up to it. The Apple MacBook Air is so thin, so light at 2.8 pounds. It does have a battery life that is crazy, double perhaps what many laptops of this size has, which is over 11 hours. And you've got the world at your fingertips. You can do anything. Really, it feels like anything is possible when you have an Apple MacBook Air. So if you've always wanted one, or you know somebody in the family who's always wanted one, HSN on this very special day wanted to make it as affordable as ever. In fact, it is our lowest price ever. We wanted to throw everything at you. So Lowest price ever. We include a pair of brand new second generation AirPods, Apple's best-selling, universally adored, thousands and thousands and thousands of 5-star reviews across the internet on all websites. It is the absolute most beloved pair of earbuds, I think, in the world today. We're including a pair for you. Plus, we're including the accessories like Bill said, choice of black, blue, red, or rose gold. You get things like the lanyard, the docking stand, the skin, the carabiner clip. You get all of that as a bonus. Plus, you get 6 months to MacU, which is basically an online video tutorial. If you've got questions, they are there. They can help you. So there's a lot that goes into this. But in our final 7 or 8 minutes together, please know the reason why we're so busy and why so many people are shopping is because of the flex pay. It's all right saying it's the lowest price ever, but we're gonna take that lowest price and spread it over 5 months with no penalty or fees or financing. You don't need to join a club, a membership. Anybody who's watching us right now can go online and grab this for a flex pay of $280 plus tax. We send it straight out to you. Next month, another $280 will come off your credit card or debit card, but there's no fees or finance attached to that. It just makes it more affordable. And the one thing that I said right from the beginning is that when you buy an Apple product, you buy it and you have it for a long time. It's not something that, you change it every year. This is the type of laptop that you'll have for many, many years. Bill, one of the areas at which Apple lead is by always incorporating the latest technology. You made reference to the 10th generation Core i3 processor. What does that mean and why is that good for you and me at home?
Well, sure. Well, being the 10th generation is one of their newest processors, so you're going to have the latest for years to come, which is important because you're investing in the hardware. We're going to get updates over time, but having that latest processor from Intel is just phenomenal in terms of how we need it today, but also it's going to be kind of a future-proof purchase for how we're going to maybe need it down the road. Because, you know, maybe I'm not making movies or that kind of stuff. Maybe I am just using it for Facebook. But when I do need it for school or for other stuff, because my hobbies change, maybe I'm running my business now out of it or I'm running my smart home, this can keep up with the demand. And a perfect example, I come over here to iMovie, which is a great, trust me, I was not making movies years ago. I was hiring people to edit stuff for me and all that. But then I was like, wait a second, I can do this. You can do it, which is great. So I come over here and capture these fun movies of us at work and all this. So I press play, all these different clips. I can add my movies, I can add my music. And it's Bobby. Oh, remember this old TV show on Monday nights?
Oh my gosh.
I can turn up and down the volume. Wait a second, maybe I should grab my headphones over here. Because again, these are included. Take them out, they go into Perry mode, which is awesome. But this movie, I created it myself. I was able to shoot it myself, which is just awesome. And that's the functionality of how Apple works. It's that Apple ecosystem I was talking about, which starts with the Apple App Store being a more secure experience. So as I download different stuff and bring different stuff into my MacBook, I'm less likely to get viruses and malware running in the background that kind of slow it down, like kind of clog the pipes, because when I do need power, it's going to perform like I need it to. And also, they have a dedicated chip in here dedicated to security, which Apple did that. And I like how I forget what point you brought up earlier, but the solid state hard drive? Yeah, Apple's first in a lot of stuff. They were the first to make solid state hard drive the norm. They were kind of the first to give us that backlit keyboard as the norm. And that's why I wanted to upgrade. And the thing is it worth getting a computer just for a backlit keyboard? Probably not. But when you think about all of the other great aspects, backlit keyboard, finger touch ID, a great display in terms of the screen quality, which is really what we want, because whether we're watching or making a movie, whether we're watching television, whether we're shopping, or whether we're using it for work, it's going to be a crystal clear, sharper experience. But also, this is only as effective as we are with it in our hands, right? There's that whole analogy, who's smart, the tool or the whatever. But the thing is, when you have the right tool in your hand, you will become more proficient and more comfortable with technology, and find it more user-friendly because you can find your photos. You can easily update and change things because Apple does make it intuitive in terms of how to work with it and also how to find your stuff. And what HSN is doing for us is just makes it easier for us in general. 6 months to the MacU. This voucher, by the way, has about 6 different applications and stuff on there, from cookbooks to accounting to curated apps to printing software. But the MacU for 6 months, online videos and tutorials to really, we all have questions. How to connect to a router, how to connect to my printer. They'll help you out with that. But one thing a lot of us don't realize, even though I'm picking this up at HSN, I can walk into the Apple store with this. The box, the AirPods, whichever, because Apple does stand by the quality of their hardware no matter where you're picking it up, because they want you to be a happy user. But the thing is, you're going to be so impressed and satisfied with how it does perform. And I just want to remind everyone, I was late to the game. I was PC for years. And finally, I made the jump because it kind of wasn't working for me. And I wanted a window of time to try it out. And this is that time, because HSN still gives you that end of January return policy to make sure it does work with all the stuff that you already have, whether it's photos that are different formats, whether it's videos, documents, and all of that. Make sure it works, and you'll be surprised. It does work for you. Some things I won't lie, interact a little differently, but in time you're like, oh, that is so much easier. Like, have you ever tried to do something on an Excel spreadsheet and you had to do this step and that step and this step to get the answer? Apple pretty much makes it with one step. I mean, it's just like, oh, that was so much easier. And that's where you're setting yourself up for success, or the student up for success. Sure. Yeah, you're investing in it now, but you know you're going to have it for years to come because it's reliable, it's more secure and more protected.
Get excited, because I know you're going to love it. You really will. Today is your day as we celebrate. Thank you for spending some time with us. We would love for you to order yours. Brand new, sealed in the box, the 2020 Apple MacBook Air. Slim, sleek, light, beautiful. Plus a pair of second generation Apple AirPods for everybody that is ordering today. It's like a little extra Christmas present. We like that. You're obviously going to get those extras and accessories, the docking stand, the silicone sleeve, the lanyard, the carabiner clip. You get all of it in blue, black, red, or the most popular always seems to be that rose gold. And of course, you're going to choose, would you like your brand new Apple MacBook Air in the space gray, which is the darker color, or the classic silver, which is the lighter? It does live up to the expectations. It exceeds them. It blows them out of the water. It's easy, it's exciting, it's fun. It really is so much fun to use. The right tools at your fingertips. And now more than ever, we need technology to work for us. And with this by your side as you head into the new year, you really will feel like anything is possible. Bill, final words, my friend, on our amazing today's special value.
It's always exciting when we get to bring Apple into HSN, let alone two Apple products, two really iconic Apple products, the 2020 MacBook Air and a set of second generation AirPods. So whether these are gifts for the new year, whether it's an incentive for the new year to get in shape, or maybe just to get more organized and more proficient, because my office, I don't have to commute to it anymore. This could be my office, my classroom. We want reliable, we want dependable, and we know Apple can deliver that. HSN is just making it really able to get it into your hands. Remember, 2020 technology, from the chip to the screen to the way we interact with it. And we are not going to just interact with it over the holidays or through tax season. Who's that? We're going to interact with it all the time. And that's where it really pays for itself.
Mr. Bill Duggan, from all of us here, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Thank you for spending some of this day with us.
Back at you. Enjoy the holidays, everybody. Take care and stay safe.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you for shopping with us. I hope you grab yours. Best way is to go to hsn.com. And while you're there, check out all the wonderful offers that we have available for you. Great technology, fashion, beauty, culinary, kitchen, food, anything, you name it, we've got it here on HSN. This is your brand new Apple MacBook Air plus the second generation Apple AirPods. I hope you enjoy it. Well, from all of us here at HSN, as we celebrate the festivities, the holiday season, we of course are wishing everyone a Merry, Merry Christmas, a happy holiday, a happy and healthy holiday season, most importantly. Thank you for being a part of our show. I hope you found something that you liked, and I hope that you learned something. Great presentation from Bill guiding us through how to make most of our brand new Apple MacBook Air. From all of us here, thank you for watching. Stay with us for more HSN.
How do I find my Mary? I find it in sugar. I love baking for my friends and my family. And just today I brought in a big load of pumpkin chocolate chip cookies to the crew. So that makes me happy, sharing my love of cookies with the world.
Chef Curtis Stone has circled the globe in search of inspiring dishes.
One of the top 10 most magical things I've ever done in my life.
And now you can cook along with him.
Perfectly cooked steak makes me very happy.
See where he goes, make what he makes, and do it all again.
Perfecto. So many flavors, I can't even describe it.
This is Travel, Cook, Repeat with Curtis Stone. Watch the series free on the QVC and HSN streaming service available on your streaming device.
About a couple weeks before Christmas, my son and I bake sugar cookies. And they're not pretty, but it's all about the time that we spend together. We laugh, we giggle, we eat a ton of frosting. It really puts us into the holiday spirit, and that's how I find my Mary.
Here at HSN, we base our retail values on nationwide information. Retail value is an indication of the price you would expect to pay for the same or similar item elsewhere, not the price at which you would be able to sell the item. Prices do vary around the country, so ours might be different from prices in your area. For more information, call one of our customer service reps at 1-800-284-3900.